Hello, comics and pop culture people. It's Brian, aka Baby McFly, your friend, the comic guy. We're here to do another comic book shout out live update and see who the winner is for some original art from myself and my friend Travis. And we have some guests who are backstage. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring everybody on the stage. Oh, I'll try that again. There we go. Hey, so we got Ricky from All Sorts of Words, Ryan the Colossus Collector, Comic Collector Geek Allen, Travis from Comics Limited, and last but not least, Mike from Lunch Money Comics. And backstage, we've got Obito. He's hanging out, but we can only have 6 people on the screen at one time because that's just how it is with my channel. So how's everybody been? We'll go around the screen. Ricky, how you been? What's going on?
Good.
What did I do? I've been sick, and then I went to 2 concerts, which is not advisable when you're not feeling well, because you forget that you're not feeling well because you're having so much fun.
Right.
And then I random. I don't know why I'm thinking about this because it's stuck in my head. I finished my book this week. I read the O.J. Simpson book. What the hell's wrong with me? The one that the one that he wrote when he was like, "If I did it,
if I did it."
Well, the family of the guy he killed sued for the rights to the book because it was the only thing that he had that was making money. So the family released the book, and it says "If I did it," but they made the "if" really small, so the book just says "I did it." and they released it with like added chapters of like how they got the book, why they got the book, what life has been like since they lost their son, and it's like I don't know, it's so messed. It's like all I can think about. I know that has nothing to do with comics, but you asked how I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking.
There's still a percentage of people that believe that he didn't do it.
He literally wrote a book saying he did.
And how he did it, basically.
Yeah. He went the whole like I blacked out defense.
Oh well.
All right, so there's that. So Ryan, what have you been up to?
Been watching football today, and I shot a new video that'll come out tomorrow for my channel, and and I bought a lot of comics again recently.
I was witness to a spree there one night. And I was trying to hold my.
Don't spoil it. It's coming out tomorrow.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I will say I had some self-control that night, and you were like, how are you not buying anything? And I'm like, I'm trying not to spend any money. I'm just trying to be here and be supportive.
Yeah, no, I appreciated the support.
Hey, Steven, how you doing? Let's see here. Steven says, hello, crew. Good evening. All right. And then, Alan, what have you been up to? What's going on with you, buddy?
I feel like this is like, like Alcoholics Anonymous.
My name is
Alan.
I collect comic books.
Actually, I bought a whole bunch of cool books today, so I'm pretty excited. I bought like some big ones off my want list today, so I'm like,
right on, yeah.
I'm super excited. And I got a really good deal on one. I was watching this one auction, and I was going to bid like it was like a 4.0 copy, and I was going to bid $250, and I was just about to place the bid, and it went to $255. And I was like, crap, I'm not going to get it. But then I put a best offer on the same book in a 4.5, and the guy accepted my $250. So I actually got it a higher grade for $5 cheaper. So I was quite happy.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That works out well. All right.
Yeah.
And Mr. Travis from Comics Limited, how are you tonight? And what have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing a lot of things, but I did some comic buying over the last week, and a lot of my shorts have been lots of shorts about that. Other than that, I mean, I finished my last quarter of school, which was great, and now I feel a little refreshed. And other than working, it's been fun, crazy, and weird for the last couple of weeks. So
Cool.
not a lot. I mean, I've been drawing a lot too. So I'm working on a sketch. I'm working on a drawing for my daughter, as well as working on the drawing for the last person who won
For TM Nerdy. Yeah. Yeah.
for TM Nerdy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for Travis.
And then
Travis.
Yes. And then last but not least, Mike, how have you been doing and what have you been up to?
Busy, mostly, life stuff. Today was work on the house, kind of close the pool up, end of summer, kind of a sad day. But yeah, busy comic book wise too. I told myself I was going to start cutting back on like spending every single weekend, and maybe kind of go like a dry September, dry October. I was leading up to it, and then yesterday for Batman Day, I was at a local comic book store with my buddy Jeff from Comic Spot. We were invited to like kind of set up a table, and like locals could come and show him the books they want to fix up. They weren't there for me; they were there for him. But I was
Right.
browsing, looking at comic books, and like, of course, I can't leave a comic book store like getting a pile of stuff. So that failed. But actually, it could have been a lot worse. Then I was going to go to flea market this morning, and then I was meeting a guy who has a collection, and that all fell through. I was too tired, so that was my excuse. If I bought books on Saturday, I wouldn't buy them on Sunday, and actually, I stuck to it. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I actually scored a sweet book too this weekend, so I'll have to do a video on that one later. But I was happy with that one.
It's always nice when it's free.
Yeah.
Free books is good. I didn't get a free book. I had to pay for it. But
Yeah, you got a
He
cool book.
scored,
I know
though.
which book you got.
So do I.
I could tell everybody because it's gonna be a while before I got an X-Men #4. So.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. Nice.
Yeah.
Huge
First,
book.
Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and second Magneto. So, super happy to pick that up.
I like those books that have like crazy number of keys in them. It's just like that's one of the most awesome X-Men books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's got some cool stuff for sure.
I think it's the third biggest X-Men book, right? It's got to be X-Men 1,
It is.
GSX 1,
I would
and then
say
you get
the
number.
second.
Yeah,
Which
probably.
one
Yeah.
did you say is the X-Men #1? Then which one?
Giant
GS.
size.
Oh, I don't
Giant
count.
size.
I don't count that because that's sort of outside of the. That's yeah.
Well, then it would be number 2 then.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Stephen, I'm in Hermiston again. I had to drive out here today. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I have no comics with me. But it was time to do this thing for the shout out, so we're gonna do it wherever I'm at.
Yep.
So I know Brandon likes the stats, so we'll go over the stats real quick. I have a little postie, and I'm not gonna be able to do the wheel, so we're gonna have to pretend we have the wheel. I did the wheel at home, and I've got our winners already. So you guys have to trust me on that one. But
Is what you're saying.
what's that? The fix is
fix
in.
is
That's
in.
right. That's right. For sure. So
It's rigged.
so far we've got rigged. So far we've got 65 videos for the shout outs. And
Oh, wow.
as of this morning, we had 54,560 views for
Nice.
the hashtag comic book shout out
Nice.
playlist. So yeah, so some exposure for all those channels is good stuff. So
Wow,
So
that's
there you
actually
go.
pretty huge.
that's a lot of views. I might have fat fingered a couple times when I was trying to use the calculator this morning, but should be right in that ballpark. But
So that's cool.
Awesome.
That's great.
yeah, so super happy for that. So should I go ahead and should we pretend that we got the wheel and find out who
Yeah, you
wins?
can make some
I
wheel
have an
sounds.
actual antique wheel if you want the effect. I'll spin it for the sound. You know?
Spin it.
Will you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It'd be really funny.
I saw him buy this wheel on one of his
I
videos.
would like the one.
Yeah.
Is it one with the little ticker thing? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. All right. Spin away. This is for the artwork by Brian. Who will it be? Oh, look, it's Mike from Lunch Money Comics is the winner for the artwork by Brian.
It's fixed.
Definitely rigged, guys.
It's fixed.
No, it's definitely rigged.
Definitely.
Oh wait, I won? Oh
Great,
no, it's
great.
completely above board. Oh, all right.
So, Mike, what characters? I think I know
for
probably
real?
at least one of them.
Oh, you're serious?
Be serious.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh,
You won. Congrats.
I don't have to win anything. Come on, guys.
Then
Well-
you win the drawing by me. So
Oh goodness. My favorite characters?
yeah, whichever character or characters you want me to draw, they can be fighting each other or a team up or.
I mean, I gotta go with my at least one of them has to be, the man himself, Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler,
Yes.
my favorite of all
I
time.
knew
it.
that one
I
was
knew
coming.
How could I not pick him? I mean,
I mean, it can be a solo. It can be a solo drawing too if you just want Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I'll
but,
just take a Nightcrawler. Yeah, heck yeah, that'd
I
be.
mean,
good.
or we can do what your guys are Daredevil and
Spidey.
Spectre.
Everyone's done that. I have to do. If you would do a mashup, you got to pick some characters that are different from each other. I feel like that would
Nightcrawler at a flea market.
That would be epic. Nightcrawler in any situation, honestly, would be pretty awesome.
Nightcrawler and the Spectre.
I like the Spectre. I like. Well, actually, I got a book I was going to show off. Actually, the one I got Tomb of Dracula for #1. Pretty cool
Oh
book.
wow.
Yeah.
Give me a vampire Nightcrawler. Although you already got sharp teeth, though. I guess I don't know. Surprise me. I trust you.
I'll surprise you. I know some of the characters you like. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
All right. So do we want to do the other one or do we want to show some books? Does anybody have stuff they want to show? You want to show off
I have
your
a couple things
tomb?
Yeah, I'll show up my tomb while I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. So
So
Mike
I'd,
will go ahead and show off.
Yeah, it was a little stack of comic books. So I got a couple of little things. You'll appreciate this, Ryan. I need to fill in my X-Men run. My Claremont run's getting there. I had to get this cover. I don't know if this is first Garrick or not, the Petrified Man, but you get Colossus on the cover. I was thinking of you, Ryan. Trying to fill in some of my other first appearances of like the Marvel Series 3 characters. So I got this cool Warlock, which is the first appearance of the In-Betweener. A whole bunch of little stuff like this. And then me and a whole bunch of friends, we all went out to lunch. And they knew which books I was thinking about at the store. We kind of like, after we had a couple of adult beverages, sort of talked ourselves into going back, and we all spent a lot of money. But the owner there is fantastic. So he sold me this, which he had a couple of them. He had them kind of pre-COVID prices, or the comic boom price, So he had one that was like that was like $400. This was $300. He sold it to me for $150 half price because I was helping him out get attention to the store and threw in a couple Silver Age Batmans that I was eyeing. Low grade, but you got green suit Catwoman, which come on is cool always. And there's also, I think it's Carmine Infantino cover. Oh no, whoops, wrong one. Carmine Infantino cover there, of course. So just a great book, but of course the prize was this one, which Jeff from Comic Spot was there with me, and he was looking at. He's like, oh yeah, he's like that's a good, really good condition. It's at least right now as is a 6, probably 6.5 after a clean and press. You're looking at probably a 7 or higher. So for $150, come on,
Wow,
there's no
yeah, nice deal.
Yeah, it's no X-Men 4, but.
Oh, cool look. That's awesome.
It's a very cool book. I love this book. I've always wanted this book and couldn't say no. Yesterday was a day. So
Mike, I just looked it up. So Garrock's first appearance is actually in Astonishing Tales #2.
Get out of town.
And was created by Roy Thomas and Jack Kirby.
I did not know that. Talk about trivia I never would have got right. I would have thought the same thing. Wow. That's impressive.
So Travis has some books you want to show off too?
I have something. So I got recently I was picking up a Commodore 128 from a friend, from a family member, family
Well,
friend.
those are collectible too in a different way.
Yeah, different way. Because that's the other passion that I have is computers and internet stuff and things like that. And Commodore 128 is, one of those old things. Well, they had a bag full of comics that were mostly Richie Rich and things like that. And so I'm going through them, and I wasn't, so what happened is, so this lady, I'm going to give a quick short story. The lady who I went to get this from, her dad passed away. The lady was one of my mom's best friends, and so she's and we go to church together. So I see her all the time. But they knew like comics, and so they wanted me to go through these comics. And there were a couple Golden Age books and about 4 Silver Age books of that Richie Rich and that type of stuff. That was really cool. But one thing that was in there that I thought would be really interesting to share, especially since yesterday was Batman Day, was they had this record in there.
That's cool.
And it's Neil Adams art on the cover.
Yeah.
And so it's Batman and the Riddler. It's a little record. Of course, it's like the Power Records on the back and everything. So it's really cool.
That's
I just
awesome.
thought that would be awesome to share.
In the shrink wrap, huh?
Yeah, it's unopened. It's and it was at the time it was 77 cents at Kmart.
Wow. Oh, there you go.
So that tells you about how old this was. And then Walter and I have been hunting and trying to find a nice All-Star Comics number 58, just because we.
And Walter is.
Well, oh, sorry. Walter is my father-in-law. He kind of got me back into comics, and I got him back into comics at the same time. It was kind of like this. I was collecting, but just really little. And so so you might have seen some shorts recently where I've mentioned him, put up his picture. He's an author. He writes. And so he and I have been looking for some older keys, Silver Age keys, things like that. We just want to enjoy and try to have, and then maybe grade them and get stuff like that. Well, so he was hunting, and he was talking with a guy that had one, and this isn't the best copy in the world, but he talked to this guy, and he got in a conversation with him over in chat on eBay, and he said, "Oh yeah, I do have an All-Star 58, but it's signed by Mike Grell. I mean, would you want that? And we can give you a certificate of authenticity." And the guy was like, Walter was like, "Yeah, I'd be interested in that. What do you want for it?" Well, it was like, I want $120. By the end of the conversation, Walter got this for $79. It's pretty clean. Mike Grell's signature right there in the front. And since this shop owner got this signed by himself, he actually has a certificate of authenticity from the shop, and there's an actual seal, like a stamped, someone authenticated a seal for it and has it sealed with that in there. So
is that Cloud9 in Portland?
I don't think it's Cloud9 in Portland. Well, maybe
because there is a Cloud9 in Portland, but
okay. Well, I don't know if it's Cloud9 in Portland, but Walter had a great conversation with the guy, and it was really kind of a good back and forth. And it's a really nice looking book. I'm really happy we got it, and it's
let's take it. Show us a picture of it again.
Yeah,
closer
First
to the
Power.
Yep. There we go. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a little wear up here in the corner and across a little bit off the top here, and then this corner is a little soft, and maybe there might be a spine roll, and that's probably it. And it looks otherwise it's really clean
super
and really nice. Yeah. Good color, everything. And so those are the two things I brought to share.
Oh, Collecta says the shop is now called Tasty Cat. They gave up the name Cloud9. All right. So that what you had to share there?
That's what I had to share. I mean, I have some things that I brought for the final drawing when we draw the names for the stuff, like for it, and because I've added another added another comic to the pile of things.
Okay, we can show that a little later for the stuff for the end drawing. So, Alan, do you have some stuff you wanted to show at all?
Yeah. I went on a big comic books shopping spree.
Imagine that. Oops, and then I take him off the stage.
Yeah, I went on a big comic spree. And now Alan is
what is this? It's like jealousy
over there.
It's
twice.
like you went on a spree and now you're banned. Let's see. There you go.
Okay, so what happened was my local town, once a year they have like a big flea market at the park. And what happens is, like, on the way to the park, all the people's houses, what they do is they, because like I think you have to pay to to have a booth at the park. So anyone that doesn't want to pay, they just put like yard sales in front of their houses. So all the streets along the way to this park where the big flea market is are just lined with people selling stuff. So it was just really hard to park where it was. So I was parking and I tried to find a parking spot. It was like 3 or 4 blocks away from the big area. But then we walked all the way to the big area where all the things were. And I was like, oh, do you guys have any comics? Do you have any comics? Do you have any comics? And nobody had any comics. So then I was like walking all the way back, looking at these people that put stuff on their front yards. And I was asking them, do you have any comics? Do you have any comics? And it was like, nobody had any comics, nothing. It was all junk. It was like garbage basically. And then I walked all the way. I was going to get into my car and I saw that there was somebody that had set up a booth across from where I parked my car. I was like, I'll go over to him and I'll ask him if he has any comics. And he's like, yeah, I have some comics. Let me go grab them. And he brings out some comics. So I got some comics from the guy. So I got Yellow Dog. It's like a
That's interesting.
underground comic.
Like an underground book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like making fun of Mickey Mouse, obviously.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's a first print even. And then we got
nice. Big Brothers.
Freak Brothers. This is actually a second print, but it's still cool.
With Freddy's cat down there in the corner.
Yeah, and Freddy's cat, yeah. And then we got Vampire.
Oh, hey, there you go.
But this is the
now you're talking Ricky's language.
Dynamite magazine version. It's like the reprint. But okay, so I got that, and he had this, the trade paperback for Haunt of Fear.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
yeah.
all of that combined, so he was throwing these really crazy prices, and I was like, "Would you go $1?" I just like offer him $1 for anything. I got all of those for $10 Canadian, which is about $7. So
wow, there you go. That's not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Like, I mean, the cover price, even just on this thing, is like $20. Just the cover price, and it's brand new.
Steven says he found a smut merchant in Ottawa.
That was it. That was my thing. I just, I got a whole bunch of cool books for $10 Canadian. But yeah. So yeah, I thought it was funny though. Like, I'd walked all over the place, and then it was only at the very end that I found somebody that had it, which was really
That's
weird.
how it goes, That's I did that. I went to a big, huge neighborhood yard sale, and somebody I think was just in front of me, and then finally I think they got tired of walking, and I started hitting comics. So, but all right. Yeah. So now, Ryan, you got anything you want to show off?
Yeah, I could show a few things. So I'm showing this in my video tomorrow, but I figure I'll show it tonight. I got Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine number 10, and Colossus is throwing a fastball special on this cover, so I had to get it. It's a really good copy, but pure cover by Pure Colossus.
Is that the first cover appearance of the fastball special?
It's the only one I've seen. It's the only one I've seen, so I had to get it. It's I'm surprised it hasn't been on any other covers that I've seen, but yeah, pretty cool book for me.
We're gonna say hey to Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, Brandon. Already said hi, but then I
I
got
saw you in the chat.
Warlock number 3. Another piece to my Warlock run that I'm working on.
Nice. That's a cool looking book. That's all black, so that's a tough one.
Yeah, always love black books, black covers. And then I got Submariner number 23, the first appearance of
Orca.
Orca.
Wow.
Sorry, it's very glary.
You guys remember that movie, Orca?
I do. Yeah, I love horror movies.
And then non-comics, I got a couple items I bought on eBay that just came today, actually. This is like a gold
Colossus money.
$100 bill with Colossus on it.
That's cool.
Just thought it was pretty cool.
Where'd you find that?
eBay. I'm always just looking for Colossus stuff. So, and then the back's just a gold 100.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Kind of cool. And then I bought this, which I love.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Is that is that a Boeing bust?
No, it's
Gentle Giant?
I think it's Diamond Select. It's got a Wizard authentic or like Wizard authentic sticker underneath.
Okay.
I think it's
Cool.
Diamond Select though. But
Yeah.
this is the best bust I saw. The Bowen bust is kind of ugly, so I didn't get that one. This one was really cool, so pick that up.
It's nice.
I got a bunch of other stuff, but it's like all in my video tomorrow, so I don't want to spoil it.
Ultra secret. Well, so everybody that isn't subbed to these guys that are on the show, please sub them up. And like Ryan says, he's gonna have some cool stuff on a video tomorrow. So all the guys on the channel here are worthwhile watching. And we'll go off of.
Actually,
Ryan.
just
You got one thing, one more thing.
No. Just going back to this thing. So I found this on eBay, but the guy who listed it had like a bunch of other characters. There was like
Is there a
Do
Nightcrawler?
you have a Nightcrawler?
I don't know if I saw a Nightcrawler, but you know what? I'll look it up right now, Mike. And
Yeah,
I'll
I
find
am
out.
literally right now.
Yeah, I'm literally. looking it up.
All right.
Awesome.
Ricky, you got
You don't have to
anything
stay
you
on
want to
me
show?
while I look it up for Mike.
I do. So I'm in, for those of you who watch my channel, I'm in my year of no spending, so I could buy my enormous book next year. And damn it if the deals don't just come to me. I don't want them to, but they just.
Right.
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't text her. She was in my DMs. I'm only made of meat. So I'm doing a lot of sketches on my channel in the next coming weeks, so I don't really care about sharing this because like I'm going to do one video for one thing that I bought, but it's a really cool thing. So this is what I've been doing lately. I'm sharing this strategy with the comic book community because damn if this hasn't been working. All I've been doing, because I like to price chart myself of things that I'm interested in, is I'll go to the websites, I'll go to the eBays, I'll go to the Mercaris, I'll go to your Etsy's, whatever, and I'll just like the item that I normally would buy. I'm just liking it, hearting it, whatever. So now it's in my liked folder, but I'm not buying it. I'm not making offers. I'm just liking it, right? Well, across all these apps, the sellers have the opportunity to reach out to people who liked their stuff and make them custom offers. I ignore these people. I promise you I do. But every now and then you get an offer and you're just like, you're going to give this away. And if I don't buy it, you're going to give it away to the next guy. So this is an example of that. I was on Mercari. A guy put up a lot of comics, a space L-O-T, a lot of a particular issue, a whole run, in fact. And signed issues mixed in. And I'm like, what is this thing? He wanted $150. That was more than fair. I didn't care. I liked it. I forgot about it. A week goes by and he says, does anybody want to buy it for $100? And I say, look, man, I'm just here to watch. Oh, another week goes by, and he says $50 takes it, free shipping. Now, when I show you what I'm going to show you, this is the entire Busiek Conan run, issues 1 through 50, with guest writer Mike Mignola in the middle, and then finished up in the end with Timothy Truman. And
Wow.
3 of the issues have COAs, all autographed by Joseph Michael Linzer for the Linzer covers.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So
And it's
That's
50
awesome.
bucks for all of that? Wow.
$50 for 60 issues, because it also includes all of the alternate #1 issues. But that's what I'm here to say. I don't do buying and selling on my channel. I'll show you what I bought. I'll tell you how much I bought, but I don't really go over strategies because I don't buy that much. But right now, we're in a recession. No one's saying it's a recession, but we're in a recession. Things are not very good. And so a lot of people they need the money. And it's not a we're taking advantage of them kind of thing. It's someone's sitting on something that they don't have any value in, and $50 means a lot to them. So you can get really good deals right now if you're just patient. So I'm a big fan. I'm trying to get people onto this. Like, if you're in the market for a bigger book, like a ton of them, just like them, and then sit back and watch the offers come in, because these people are taking way less than they're looking for.
Cool. Well, Collecto Steven is asking if you got the nude variant.
Which issue is that?
24.
24. 1, 2, 3.
And while you're looking for that, I want to say hey to Obito was backstage, but he seems to have dropped out. So
I don't see any.
So yeah, so that one originally
girl at the
her
bottom with the
top
nude.
was not on.
If the girl at the bottom is completely nude, then it's the nude variant.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been. Well, that would have been cool.
That's like a $300 book.
All right. Well, Alan, were you saying you can only hang out for a half hour? Because I got another
Yeah.
guest who wants
Kick
to
me
come
out,
on.
and I will say goodbye. And thanks
All
everyone
right.
for hanging out.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Okay.
It's good seeing you, Alan. Haven't seen you in a while, so good to see you.
Yeah. Good seeing you, Travis.
All right. So we're gonna say bye to Alan, and we will say hello to. Whoops. No, we're not gonna boot anybody else. Say hello to 22 Comics. I don't think he's been on one of these yet. We're always getting him at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Hey, 22. What's up, Mr.
Massive.
22?
What's going on? Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah. So 22 is a big participant in the hashtag comic book shoutouts. Always putting them out every month. So
I try.
appreciate that a lot. And I don't know if you were able to hear earlier, but we have 65 videos in the playlist right now and 54,560 views on those videos. So
Awesome. Good deal.
yeah.
And congratulations for being a finalist on the CBC Awards as well.
Oh yeah, you as well, sir. You as well. And Alan, we should say that. Alan and myself and 22, and also Mr. Akins, what's on the comic rack.
Yes.
All CBC Awards finalists. You can, if you guys want to vote for us, we'd really appreciate that.
My fellow
So-
statesman, Mr. Akins.
That's right. Mon Comics saying hey to you there, 22.
I saw that. What's
So-
going on, man? Hope his back is doing better.
I think he's feeling a bit better.
Them steroids.
That's the way I'm like, man, we can rebuild him bigger, faster, stronger.
Yes.
All righty. Did you have anything that you would like to show off, 22?
Off the top, no. I can
Okay.
grab stuff though if we're doing that. But
Just giving you the opportunity. I know you're just popping in, and we're like, hey.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just came off recording the podcast, so yeah,
That's
give me
another thing. People need to check out your podcast, right?
Comically Comics podcast. Yeah, new episodes drop every Monday. Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, and we just nerd out talking about movies and comic books and TV shows and whatever else. So it's the name says it all. We're pretty funny and loose about it. So if you don't mind profanity and you like comic book stuff, then it's a great place to go and listen to stuff. So I think, anyways, but I may be biased. So
All right. Well, Mr. Mike, do you want to grab your wheel again and do our spinning sound effect?
I will do the spinning sound effect.
I had to do the spin wheel at home because I'm on the road for work, so I couldn't do my thing. All right, go ahead. Let's see who the artwork is going to get done by for Travis. Oh, look at that. It just landed on 22 comics.
hooray for me.
Yeah. So
Imagine if that landed on 22. That would have been amazing.
That would
That
be
would All right, so you get to get a
not rigged.
custom piece of artwork by Travis, and you just get to tell him what your favorite characters are, and he will whip that up for you and get in touch with you for an address and everything.
Awesome.
yes. So what characters do you like? And do you want them fighting against each other, or you want them fighting for each other, or do you want an amalgam of something? Because I did for Obito, I did an amalgam of Green Lantern and Gwenpool, and that was a lot of fun. And then
Comic Journey says rigged. I had to do because I can't do the on-screen wheel. I had to do the wheel from home before I left for my business trip. So,
Yes.
oh, sorry.
No, it'd be fine.
I knew who was going to win before they were here.
Yeah, Iron Man. That's my favorite character. So
Okay.
Iron. There you
whatever you
go.
come up with Iron Man wise, you do you have free play, you have fun with it, and I'm sure I'll love it. So yeah,
Awesome.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Cool. Definitely. I just got some. I got some new art supplies actually today.
Yes.
I picked up some. Colored ink. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be messing around with that and see what I can do with that. So
Play,
mixing that, and I have
experiment.
I'm gonna
Yes.
experiment. Brian, my experiments have been really good, right?
Yes, lately they've been awesome.
It's crazy. So I'm stretching myself as an artist because I love this medium. This was something I wanted to do when I was a kid, and then totally didn't do it, and went down the roads of computers. I mean, I was going to school for art, and started working in a computer lab, and boom, that became my career.
Yeah.
And so I'm just so happy to get to do these pieces, and it's a blast, and I'm having a great time doing them. So,
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Take all the creative free reign you want. Experiment. Do whatever you want to do. I like Iron Man. So there you go.
awesome. All right, cool. I've already got an idea percolating in my brain. So this
That's what I'm
is
talking
really
about.
cool.
Yes. Yes.
So
Right. All right. Well, anybody else have anything else they want to add to this fine gathering that we've got going on, or should we call it a night? Or
I just one quick thing. This has been bugging
one
me
quick
lately.
thing? Yeah,
One
let me
quick
make you big here. You put the focus on you.
So I'm a DC stan. Can't be helped. Get over it. I don't read a lot of X-Men, and I have the benefit of a lot of really big X-Men fans right now. But I've always felt that X-Men, if I look at it as its own separate universe, the X-Men pocket Marvel universe, the X-Men are really fun. They're really cool. They're like, it's a world where like you're born as something and then everybody hates you for it. I think that's really neat. But as a part of the Marvel universe as a whole, I don't feel like the X-Men make a lot of sense, because they like, the federal government sends giant death robots after people and children, and like Captain America doesn't say anything. Spider-Man doesn't get involved. Like, I almost feel like that's the crisis event. You know what I mean? Like, to hell with Civil War. Like the crisis event would be that the federal government's sending giant robot death squads after babies. So I don't know, like if it's its own pocket universe, then you could get away with it. That makes sense. But when you amalgamate it and you put them all together, I start to feel like it doesn't make so much sense. So like, do you X-Men fans, do you like reckon with that? Do you have strong feelings one way or about the other? I'm really interested in people who actually think stuff.
I have some thoughts.
Yeah, I have thoughts too.
I also have thoughts. So there we
Give
go.
them to me. I want to
I
hear them.
personally just don't get hung up on stuff like I just
Well, and I would say they've sent not only giant killer death robots, but also they've sent superheroes after the mutants. They've sent the Avengers after the X-Men. They've sent up to the point where it was the Avengers and the X-Men were about ready to kill each other, and Captain America finally had to make a truce where they made like an Avengers X-Men team. So I mean,
and that's where Uncanny Avengers came from.
Yeah. So so they're kind of dealing with what your issue is with things there. So I'll let the other guys talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I throw my 2 cents in as an X-Men lover. Like honestly, it's a hard thing to reconcile when you look at other superheroes, and it makes sense when you look at where it came out of from the civil rights, and obviously the comparisons to people who are minorities or other people who are not well represented in civilization in general. Like, I mean, obviously there's some comparisons. That's what it's supposed to be. It's on purpose, but as we've sort of changed, not that that stuff's gotten necessarily that much better, obviously, in real life, but obviously when you look at like the fact that there are other superheroes in the Marvel universe that are way worse, that aren't born with their abilities, that can help who they are, and they're still looked at more favorably than people who are just born innately with something. It doesn't actually, again, as an X-Men lover, it doesn't make sense. And it actually bothered me when I was a kid. It actually was something that I never quite understood. Maybe it's because I didn't get the allegory of what it was trying to be, but nowadays, yeah, it's weird. And for a while, yeah, okay, now we're together with the Avengers. It seems like the world's trying to get better. And then you look at the Hickman run, and like they have their own world. Oh, once again, the X-Men lose. All the mutants lose their place where they live, and they're subjugated again. It is a little odd. They've tried to explain that away in different ways. A different kind of lore, different ways that it's almost like that's always their destiny, no matter what universe they're in. But yeah, Ricky, I'm with you. It's weird. It's weird in modern comics to keep that trope going. I feel like if humanity is trying to get past those things that we, sins of the past, it's weird that we keep revisiting them in comic books. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, that kind of changes my opinion. I was actually going to be like agreeing with you completely, but then I think about history and how cyclical things are and how we go through these cyclical cycles. And so taking it from that perspective, going up and down and back and forth within society's hangups, right? I would say that would make it more prominent to have character groups that are not accepted. But then you have to. The thing I'm frustrated with the fact that, oh, you're right. Why is Captain America not standing in front of Sentinels against the mutants? That doesn't make any sense. Other than he can't be in two places at the same time or what have you. But he's going to be there one time. He's got to be there. And Thor,
they do. But
yeah,
the way
I know.
That is they make the X-Men jerks. That's the other way they write them in. When they're their own team internally, they're great. But as soon as they're dealing with other people, they're always jerks. Cyclops is a jerk. He's misunderstood. That's the only way they can keep that going. Oh, we always butt heads. You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what we always. Yeah, I agree. I think they try too hard sometimes in writing that idea. That's what I really enjoyed about Uncanny Avengers. I thought, here we go. They're fighting to try to be something different. And that was important. I felt like that storyline was important. But then when they got to the second run of it, where they added Deadpool to the storyline, and it was kind of got tongue in cheek, and then there was the whole Pleasant Hill thing, and finding out that the government's been taking evil people and mentally wiping them and putting them in a city and like a prison, but a prison where they are supposed to be getting help. and using the cosmic cube to do that, and it was just this mess. And it was kind of like that to me. All those storylines just kind of collide into these cyclical ideas that they keep coming back to. So where it's not and where it's not really moving the idea or the concept of a better humanity forward, right?
Which is why I like reading the older X-Men books, because the context is still there. When you're reading stuff from the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, it's still there.
Yeah.
It is very prescient. But when you read it now, I have kind of like, enough already, guys. Enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think they started putting in the new stuff. Didn't they have like Iron Man's being swindled of all his tech they're using with Sentinels now, and isn't it upcoming? They're going to have a wedding of Tony Stark and
Emma Frost.
The White
Emma
Queen.
Frost. Yeah.
They're running out of ideas, man. They're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Gotta sell more Hellfire Gala variants.
Yeah.
But it's funny, Ricky, though. I gotta say, I'm a Marvel guy, not a DC guy, but I've always felt like Batman was the outlier for DC for me. I mean, obviously Batman is, the most popular character. I always thought, that dark and gritty, the fact he's a regular guy, well, he's rich, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, he didn't fit into that gods and goddesses thing that usually DC kind of has. I always felt like Batman, I didn't like DC, but Batman was greater than DC if he's looked at separately. As soon as you group Batman with DC, I was like, I don't like him as much. I don't like him on the Justice League. I like when Batman's just Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of not exactly the same, but it's sort of, in my mind, it was always like a different thing from the rest of DC.
I normally agree. I'm only getting into pedantics because we're a bunch of comic nerds and it's fun.
Yeah.
But like Batman, the issue that I have with Batman is he's an intellectual god. Like the things that they have him, like last I counted, 37 languages, 40 of them being computer languages. Like the fact that he only sleeps for 30 minutes a night every 2 hours because he found out that like that's how he can wire his brain. He only needs a 30-minute sleep. It's madness. Like, so he's not a god, but like, I don't know. Like, on the back of Marvel cards back in the day when it would say like intelligence level 10, agility 10, he's like an Olympic level athlete with an intelligence of 10. I don't know. Like, he's the prime human being and he's way too sexy. Like, he's just so sexy. I don't want to, like... we spend a lot of time talking about, like, powers and stuff like that, but, like... yes, Batman doesn't have any powers, but his ass doesn't quit, and that has to count for something.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well,
right.
That was a joke with the X-Men for a while, though. Like, they're always all superheroes. They're always beautiful. Like, if mutants who have mutations, like, for a long time, until the early 2000s, again, Nightcrawler was the weirdest looking one, but he's still sexy, like, so they were all like beautiful people. It's like, if we actually had real mutations in real life, how many like just freak shows we would have?
Only the Morlocks. It would be Morlocks, right?
Yeah. The Morlocks,
yeah. Yeah, it would just all be Morlocks. Completely.
Exactly.
Morlocks.
Right. So I like that.
If you're not sexy, you're down in the sewers with the Morlocks.
Right. I just picture Professor X always like, rating them. What's your power? Oh, good. Oh, wait a minute. You're not attractive enough to be on the team.
I can't let you be an X-Men right now. Sorry.
Right.
There's some comedian, he did like a skit on YouTube or something like that, and it's called The X-Men.
Yeah.
And it's where Professor Xavier is like firing them.
Pete Holmes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
He does a Batman one too. Same thing.
Oh,
he
does
he? Guys, it's great.
Oh, I gotta watch that. Yes.
Or he's talking to like Gambit. It's hilarious. What's your powers? No, you're out.
He's the same guy who did the Dark Knight Rises spoof with Bane, and like it gets kind of borderline rated R about how he's talking about. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one.
I'll look it up and I'll send it to you guys.
I've seen the X-Men
right.
one and I've seen
All
the
right.
Street Fighter one, and those are hilarious. So
He talks exactly like Christian Bale. It's really funny. Anyway.
So I want to circle back to Ricky though. You're this kind of the whole X-Men thing kind of relates to your video where you're saying, let's get rid of continuity and let's just kind of make our own pocket universes for everything that makes things more entertaining. Where you're saying then Batman can be everywhere and it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to have a continuity kind of thing. So I think like you're saying in your video, that would make more sense.
I brought it up because I was thinking about the Conan books that I bought, and like I love Conan. I love the Robert E. Howard books of Conan. I love the Marvel Conan, although if anyone asks, I don't read Marvel books, so I won't admit it in mixed. But like, if you just start talking about Conan, and I'll have a good time. And I wish they the big corporate had like, I don't know, more guts to just like stick it to the nerds and be like, no, this is just a Spider-Man story. Just read it. It's about Spider-Man. You'll enjoy it. Have a good time. I wish there was more of that in mainline comics. Like DC does it a ton. I don't know how much Marvel does that. I'd be curious to know if Marvel really does embrace the multiverse as much as DC does.
Did you read the Avengers run where Conan was an Avenger? Savage Avengers?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel the same way.
What's the lineup, Travis?
It's just before they lost the rights, right?
Conan,
Punisher, Conan, Elektra.
Wolverine.
No, Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine's not in it. I thought he was. Oh, Venom.
maybe
Is
is
it
he?
Venom?
Venom. Yeah.
Oh man, now you're gonna make me look it up.
It is Wolverine.
He's really the guy who does that one. Knows that one.
Conan, Venom, Black Knight, Cloak and Dagger, Elektra as Daredevil, Weapon X, and other people from the Hyborian Age.
There you go.
Okay.
Punisher, yeah.
So you know what? I feel bad, but I actually have one more book, and this conversation about X-Men that transitioned to Batman, then back to X-Men, kind of reminded me that I'd brought it. Do you mind if I show it?
No, go for it.
No, I don't mind.
No, I don't want to see more X-Men.
No, it's not an X-Men. It's actually a Batman.
Oh, it's Batman. Well, I'll
Yeah.
see that too.
All right.
All right, here you go. Hang
Here
on.
we go. Let's not get too much glare from
Yes.
my
Oh, that's
Isn't
a
that
beautiful
awesome?
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Alex Ross. It was San Diego Comic-Con for issue 133 or 135.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I made an offer because I wanted one. I wanted one of the books from the con because they did there's a Alex Ross Joker one that everybody's dying
Yes.
over and spending lots and lots of money on. Well, this one was not lots of money, and then I just made an offer to the guy. I'm like, hey, would you take 60 for it? He gave me a return offer, and I'm like, what about this price? And he accepted it. So I bought it, and it was like I was really excited because it was like I'm never going to get to go to. I don't want to say never. Most likely, I probably won't ever go to San Diego Comic. It's 1,500 miles away, and it's not kind of like within the scope of my thinking of something I want to do. I mean, I'm going to go to Rose City this weekend, Rose City Comic Con over in Portland. I'll be there on Saturday with my kid and her friend and my dad and Walter will be with me. So we're looking forward to having a good time.
You have to look out for Colossus Collector's friend Dan from Dan's X-Men Comics. He's going to be there.
Oh, cool. Awesome. I'll look for him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I got that. It's one of those books that when I saw it, that cover, and especially the older looking Batman labeling and all that stuff. And then and I know it's actually a reference to an older book that like
that's a beautiful cover.
But it just was like, it spoke to me, and I was like, I really hope I can get it. And it was a really good deal. So I was really excited about that. So.
Well, 22, did you have anything you wanted to show off?
Yeah, I found some books.
All right.
I found a few. These are like most recent pickup kind of things. So
right.
This is one of my favorite artists is Gabriel Dell'Otto. I found this Flash 750 Gabriel Dell'Otto variant cover.
Right.
So
that's beautiful.
Very
That is
excited to
very
get. It's like
cool.
$2. Super excited about that.
I like how it has the older DC logo on it too. That's really cool.
The
Yes,
bullet
it's like
book.
was it? It's the 1980s variant cover.
Nice.
So,
Nice. That's very cool looking.
let's see. I do on my Monday night lives for the top 10 alternatives. I've been giving away prize packs, and the prize packs recently are going to be like holiday themed. And so I found this for my Christmas prize pack, which is Shazam #2. It was just an awesome Santa Claus cover.
That is
awesome.
so cool.
That's great.
That's sweet.
I've been looking for Fantastic Four stuff for when that movie starts coming around, and this is one that's been on my list to look for, and it's the Human Torch #1. So it's the first solo series for Johnny Blaze, the Human Torch, or
Nice.
Johnny Storm.
That's
Sorry,
all,
yeah.
Mhm.
So that one,
Yeah.
that the Thing is #1 is another one that I look for.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Love Gideon Falls. Found this for pretty cheap as well. This is number 17. It's a variant cover.
Cool.
Wow.
A little sketchy goodness. I love finding these amalgams. I didn't even know this was a thing, but Generation Hex.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. The most wanted mutants. There you
Right?
go.
I've been collecting the Deadman issues from Strange Adventures. So here's Strange Adventures #211.
Now you're speaking Mike's language.
Oh, this is I love this.
Love 'em.
Yeah,
Love
I
'em,
know
love
he's
'em.
been picking up all the Justice League Dark characters. I'm pretty jealous. I'm envious of him. Let's see. Here's another one Mike might like. Here's the Demon #14.
Yep.
Oh, nice. With Witch Boy.
And then we'll finish out with the Demon #2.
Ooh, nice.
That's beautiful. The only one you ever really see all the time is #1. So that's pretty cool.
I picked that one up last year, so I'm excited to have that. Excited to have it. Hopefully, I'll get close to having that run finished. So we'll see.
That's awesome.
Alabama Comic Con's coming up this coming up weekend, so I'll be out there and looking for books.
There you go.
Cool.
Right on, right on.
So,
Well, I got to be up early in the morning, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So I literally have to be in a truck at 1 a.m. So
yes.
Okay, so do we want to talk about our next do we have one more drawing for drawing?
we have one for October and one for November, and then November will also be the grand prize giveaway thing.
All right,
So.
cool. Grand prize giveaway. And the grand prize, we're doing a grand prize giveaway, and are we also doing a viewer giveaway as well?
We will, yeah. Travis and I are going to get together. We're going to be doing a giveaway for the viewers also. So if you are a viewer of the comic book shout out videos, to be qualified for that, you're going to have to be subbed to all the people who have done shout out videos and all the people they've shouted out. And we will be giving some cool prizes away. I think Travis has already showed one of those books off. So
Yeah, I showed it was the Darth Vader, right? That's the one. I
yeah,
showed
the
off.
Vader book. Yep.
Yeah, the signed Mayhew Vader book.
Oh, I thought it was
And
that
then-
Batman Alex Ross.
Huh? No.
There's a
That's
Batman walks up.
mine.
There you go. Yeah.
No, I actually have the Vader book right here. I brought that
Yeah.
one with me. A part of the grand prize, but let's go ahead and show the viewer giveaway first, and then over the course of time, I keep adding things to it, and probably will continue to add stuff. So this is probably going to be a pretty good prize for a viewer, just so they know. Second printing of Spider-Boy, first appearance of Spider-Boy.
I want to interrupt here. Comic Journey asked if we're willing to draw for charity. So Travis and I I'm sure we'd be willing to draw for charity. Right now, we're pretty wrapped up in trying to give out art prizes to the people that are participating in the comic book shout out. But once that's over with, I would definitely be willing to talk about that.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then the origin story. This is a second printing of the origin story from Edge of Spider-Verse #3. So,
Nice.
and that's also a part of that. And as well as I added one to each of the grand prize as well. So
Awesome. Thank you so
and,
much for
and then
doing
I'll
that,
be
Jeff. That's
adding
awesome.
more as we go along. So the grand prize will
Okay.
actually probably have a couple of more books than the
Yeah.
kid one.
We got that 9/8 Deadpool book that I got,
And then the
and
9/8
I'm back here to
Berserker
show.
Grandpa.
Oh, that's right. That's part of the
Grand
for
prize.
the creators, the not
Yes,
the viewers.
creators.
Yeah.
Yes, the creators.
Yep.
So
Awesome. All right. Cool. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And if you guys want to hang out and talk backstage for a little bit, that's cool. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and being a part of the conversation there in the chat as well. And share your love of comics with everybody you meet. You never know where it may lead you. Mine led me to an X-Men #4 the other day. So
pretty sweet.
all right. Oh, there's Dan's X-Men. Hey, Dan, you're
Hey,
getting
Dan.
getting on the end. You're gonna have to see the replay, but we did talk about you during the video. So, and Travis is gonna be at the Sandy or at the
Rose City.
the Rose City Comic Con. So you guys will have to look for each other. But yeah, just getting it wrapping it up, Dan. But thanks for stopping in. We do talk a lot about the X-Men, so there'll be a lot of things you'll enjoy watching in the video. All right. So
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yes, definitely.